Welcome to the Thumbody podcast, where we explore the busy intersection of personal branding and entrepreneurship. This is episode number 5. I'm your host, Jimmy Gibson, and I'm here to remind you that you are Thumbody special. Yep, by now you should be fully in the know about the Thumbody brand and the backstory. No? Invest another 10 minutes in episode number 1. The full story is there. Grab some tissues. It's quite a tearjerker. I'm kidding. It's a good story, though. On the Thumbody Show, we're all about spreading the power of one-of-a-kindness. We believe that everyone has unique gifts and talents that can be used to make a positive impact in the world. Why, what a coincidence. That leads us to our topic today. Today, we're diving deep into the world of purpose stories and why they're so important for companies and individuals. We're going to explore what it means just to talk about an altruistic purpose and those who actually engage in the community and impact social change, and how companies can become more purpose-driven if they're not already. What you can give from your unique combination of skills and talents and experience is what I refer to as spreading the power of one-of-a-kindness. Get it? One of a kind, you, kindness, helping others. We've also got a story segment and a book review today. If you'd like some resources from today's show and a template to craft your own purpose story, go to our show notes on my website, jimmygibson.com, JIMIGIBSON, and you'll see a link at the bottom. But this link is in our Thumbody secret code. You'll need your membership card to unlock the URL. You can join the Thumbody Club by going to imthumbody.com. Now, let's get started with the Thumbody Show.
And now, our special segment. It's what you've been waiting for.
The power of purpose. Customers today are actually looking for more than just a good product or service. They want to feel like they're making a difference with their purchase. There are studies that prove it. Companies with a higher mission or a purpose beyond just making a profit are becoming more and more popular. A survey by Cone Communications found that 87% of customers would purchase a product based on a company's stance on a social or political issue. That's actually pretty huge. It just goes to show how important a purpose can be to customers. The importance of action. But, as we've mentioned before, just talking about doing good is not good enough. You can't just slap a love your neighbor sticker on your company vehicle and be done. Customers can actually tell the difference between a company that's just paying lip service to a cause and one that is truly committed to making a difference. Companies not only need to have a clear purpose, but need to take action and engage in the community. When a company takes action, they show they're not just talking the talk, they're actually walking the walk. How do you become more purpose-driven? What if your company isn't already engaged in purpose-driven activities? How do you get started? Well, let me give you a few tips. Number 1, start by taking a look at your brand values and mission. What are you all about? What are you trying to achieve with your product or service? This will give you a good starting point for finding opportunities to get involved in your community. 2, look at the problems in your community. What are the challenges that your neighbors, your customers, and other members of the community are facing? How can you use your resources and expertise to help solve some of these problems? 3, get involved in local organizations and events, attend meetings, look for volunteer opportunities, and see if there's a way that you can use your skills and resources to help. 4, partner with other businesses in your community. Reach out to some other companies and see if there are any joint ventures or projects you can work together on. 5, ask your employees and customers for their ideas and suggestions. They might just have some great insights on how your brand can make a positive impact in your community. Now, there's actually a growing body of research that supports the success of purpose-driven brands. Here's a few key findings. Number 1, increased customer loyalty. A study by the Havas Media Group found that customers are more likely to stay loyal to brands that have a clear purpose. In fact, the study found that purpose-driven brands are twice as likely to keep customers as those without a strong sense of purpose. Those are some pretty impressive factors there. 2, better financial performance. A report by the Boston Consulting Group found that purpose-driven brands outperform their peers financially. The report found that purpose-driven companies grow at a rate that is 4 times that of their peers. Now that is actually leveraging the power of one-of-a-kindness in a big way. 3, attracting and retaining top talent. A survey by Deloitte found that employees are more likely to want to work for a company with a clear sense of purpose. The survey found that 79% of millennials would take a pay cut to work for a company that is doing social or environmental good. There you go. We have finally unlocked the mystery of the millennial. You're welcome. 4, improved brand reputation. A study by Edelman found that purpose-driven brands have a more positive reputation among consumers. The study found that purpose-driven brands are more likely to be seen as trusted, innovative, and relevant. All right, these are some impressive statistics. When you have a clear and authentic purpose, you can actually enjoy numerous benefits, including increased customer loyalty, better financial performance, and more attractive employment opportunities, and improved brand reputation. It can change your business and change the world. Hey, even your thumb can change the world. So what are the dangers? Let's talk about the danger of trying to position your brand as a purpose-driven brand when you're not actually backing it up with action. First of all, let's be clear. People are looking for brands that align with their values and make a positive impact in the world. Great. But if your company is just putting on a front, trying to jump on the purpose-driven bandwagon without actually doing anything to make a difference, you're going to get called out, and it is not a pretty sight. Consumers are savvy and they're informed, and they pretty much stay on social media 24/7. They can sniff out inauthenticity from a mile away. If you're making grand claims about your commitment to making a positive impact, but you're actually not doing anything to back it up, people are going to notice, and when they do, it's actually going to hurt your reputation. The last thing you want to do is for customers to feel like they've been lied to. If you're not actually walking the walk, you're going to lose their trust. And once you've lost their trust, it's extremely difficult to win it back. So the bottom line is, if you're going to try to position your brand as a purpose-driven brand, make sure you're actually making a positive impact. Otherwise, you're just risking your reputation, your customer relationships, your brand equity. Don't fake it. Make it happen. And who knows? You may even inspire others to follow your lead and help spread the power of one-of-a-kindness. When it comes to finding opportunities to engage in your community, it's important to align your actions with the values of your brand, like we've talked about before. But how do you do that, and how do you know what your customers care about? Well, you can just ask them directly. Maybe you can do a survey, focus groups, or simply ask customers one-on-one what they care about and what causes they're passionate about. You can listen to conversations, keep an ear out for what they're talking about on social media, forums, and other online places. Pay attention to what they like, share, and comment on. That's also a good indicator. Look at their behavior. Observe what your customers are actually doing, not just what they're saying. What organizations do they support? What events do they attend? This can give you a great idea of what causes they're invested in. And then just study your community. Research the community your customers are part of. What are the pressing issues in that area? What are the local organizations that are making a difference? Become aligned with them. Once you have a better understanding of what your customers care about, you can start to look for ways to align your brand with those values and causes. So how do you craft your purpose story? To create effective purpose stories, you'll need to incorporate the following elements. We've been over these before. If these are new to you, go back and listen to previous episodes. But number 1, identifiable characters. Your story should feature characters that your audience can identify with. This could be your company, your employees, even your customers. The characters in your story should be relatable and help bring your purpose to life. 2, authentic emotions. Your story should evoke real, authentic emotions, whether it's joy, sadness, frustration. Your audience should be able to feel what the characters in your story are feeling. 3, a moment. Your story should center around a defining moment. This could be a moment when your company realized its purpose, a moment when you made a significant impact in the community, or a moment when you overcame a challenge. And 4, specific details. Bring your story to life. You're going to have to include specific details that paint a picture for your audience. This could be details about a specific initiative, a location, or even a person. So exactly what does this look like in action?
It's Thumbody story time. Business is not boring. Au contraire. Bring your brand to life with storytelling.
I've got two really awesome brothers. My younger brother is a lawyer. My older brother is an electrical engineer. I'm the weird brother stuck in the middle. Both have committed to giving back and spreading the power of one-of-a-kindness. Here are two examples of purpose stories. The first one is in the third person that might be used for a website or perhaps a press release or a local news story. You can follow this model for yourself. Gibson Singleton, a law firm in Gloucester, Virginia, has always been dedicated to giving back to the community. Every year, they conduct an annual coat drive to help those in need during the winter season. This year, the community rallied behind their initiative and donated more than 675 coats to be distributed to organizations like the Gloucester Salvation Army, the Gloucester United for Emergency Shelter Team, acronym GUEST, and the Hampton Veterans Administration Medical Center. One of the highlights of the coat drive was the support from Gloucester resident Crystal Hansford and her daughter Harper, who collected coats, hats, and gloves during their family Thanksgiving celebration. Other notable contributors included Gloucester County Sheriff Darrell Warren and Edward Washington of First Morning Star Church in Benna, who donated over 100 coats and sweaters from church members. Partners Ken Gibson and John Singleton personally delivered the collected coats to the organizations, expressing their heartwarming experiences. Ken delivered hundreds of coats to the Gloucester Salvation Army, and John delivered over 250 coats to the Hampton Veterans Administration. Guest Executive Director Christy Askew expressed gratitude for the contributions, saying, "We use the donations from the Gibson Singleton Drive to set up a coat closet, which we make available to all of our clients." The firm actually exceeded their goal of collecting 500 coats and was grateful for the outpouring of support from the community. John said, "Once again, the generous people in the area came through and gave more than we could ask for." The annual coat drive is just one of many philanthropic initiatives that Gibson Singleton is involved in, including the Text Equals Rex campaign to reduce distracted driving, and hands-on service with the Gloucester Point Rotary Club to clean up the community. They also support local schools like Botetourt Elementary through the Shuffle fundraiser. Well, this is an awesome example, Ken and John. Thank you for investing in your community, and I hope you can use this as an outline for your purpose stories that you'll be writing. Here's another written in the first person, actually written by my brother, David Gibson, founder and chief technology officer for Next Grid Collaborative. Next Grid Collaborative offers two primary service lines, including energy brokerage consulting and solar home system deployment. My brother writes, "Serving as the Uganda County Director for NRECA International was the culmination of the most keenly purpose-driven time in my entire career. This journey had its origin and deep roots in my volunteer experience in rural Haiti following the 2010 earthquake, where my eyes were opened to extreme poverty. It was influenced by a nagging sense of wanting a more meaningful way to use my electrical engineering and project management skills, and it was supported by my decision to pursue a master's degree in sustainability and environmental management from Harvard, which introduced me to the challenge of providing access to electricity for everyone on the planet. All of these ingredients, coupled with a childlike sense of imagining, what do I really want to be when I grow up, landed me in the street markets of Ghana, rural villages in Malawi, rainforests in Ethiopia, and the slums of Uganda, embracing the challenge of providing electricity to households and small businesses still using candles and kerosene to meet their basic needs. The origins, influence, and support are important, but it was a sense of purpose that transformed this possibility into reality. I'll never know for sure, but my hope is that my work made some small contribution to change the arc of a child's life from one of poverty and hopelessness to a sense of hope and purpose. Great work, Dave. So you can see these two examples really weave in that story structure that we've talked about before, connect you with that purpose, and then show what the results are in the community or actually around the world.
Welcome to the Thumbody Book Club, where we give you the thumbs up or thumbs down on the latest must-thumb-through books. You had me at book club.
All right, once more, I've got another fantastic book for you on purpose-driven entrepreneurship. The book is I'm Possible, Jumping into Fear and Discovering a Life of Purpose by Jeremy Court. It's a must-read for anyone who wants to live a life filled with purpose and meaning. Jeremy Court is a celebrity photographer and philanthropist who's built a successful career while following his dreams and making a positive impact on the world. He shares his story of breaking free from the traditional and discovering his true purpose in this book. He'll help you understand what it takes to build a fulfilling life you love and how to use the power of community and entrepreneurship to make a difference in the world. Jeremy is the founder of a global movement, Help Portrait, and is currently working on the completion of the Purpose Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee, which was designed with the intention of sustaining global philanthropy. He's a highly sought-after speaker, and his message shares a selfless approach to living with purpose while helping your neighbor. The book has received some great reviews and opinions from readers who love how it inspires them to act and motivates them to live a life more purposeful. If you're interested in starting a business or you just want to live a life with purpose, I highly recommend I'm Possible. Jeremy Court's story and insights are sure to leave you feeling humbled and inspired. Have you read it? What did you think? And do you have any other book recommendations? Send us in your comments. And that's it for today's episode of The Thumbody Show. I hope you've seen the importance of taking action and not just talking about a higher purpose, and that you've learned how to craft your purpose story that connects with your audience. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out. And until next time, keep telling stories that matter and making a difference in the world.
That's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in. Before you go, here's our rule of thumb from today's episode. Ooh, a thumb tip.
The rule of thumb for today: commit to a giving back mindset. The story of Gibson Singleton's annual coat drive and David's work in Africa highlights the impact that a company and an individual can have on the community and the world when you prioritize giving back. By committing to giving back, not only do you make a positive impact in the people around you, but you actually foster a culture of generosity and kindness in others. We all have our unique stories and experiences that shape our perspectives in the world. These experiences can often be the source of inspiration for acts of generosity and kindness. Let's embrace our unique skills and use them to make a difference in our communities. And all together now, spread the power of one-of-a-kindness. Remember, if you'd like some resources from today's show and a template to craft your own purpose story, go to the show notes on my website at jimmygibson.com. That's JIMIGIBSON.com. And you'll see a link at the bottom. And also remember, the link is in our Thumbody Club secret code. You'll need to have your membership card to unlock the URL. You can join the Thumbody Club by going to imthumbody.com. Thanks for hanging out with us today on this longer episode. This topic is one of my favorites. Thanks for listening to The Thumbody Show.
Ready to become a part of the most exclusive club around? Wow, really? The Thumbody Club is where it's at. As a member, you'll get a membership card. Oh yeah. Be a part of the global community of Thumbodies. And receive a super secret weekly club newsletter. Wow! But that's not all. We've got a bag full of tricks coming throughout the year. Just go to imthumbody.com to sign up. And the best part? It's totally free and worth every penny. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity. Join the Thumbody Club today.